Trophy ground, and Bubba...
Well, that was absolutely calm.
Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along to Dazzer's football stand for Halifax Town versus Gateshead in the FA Trophy final. And a tournament that Mask United did feature in as well this season. They did alright, actually. I think they got to the third or fourth round. And then they lost quite convincingly 7-1 against Varsity Celtic, who were a very, very good side. But it was pretty embarrassing by Mask's standards, losing by that bigger margin. But welcome those who've joined anyway. It's always a good tournament, the FA Trophy. We've had some decent winners over the past couple of years, and this time we have two teams, both from the National League divisions. We've got Halifax Town take, or as I call them, Bankers FC, and we also have our we also have one of our local sides in a way. I say local, about 55 minutes down the road. Still fairly local, I suppose, in the Gateshead, taking on Halifax today. So the Heed into the final again, looking to win it, along with Halifax also looking to win it as well. Both of these teams got to the final by winning penalty shootouts in the semi-finals against Barnet and Altrincham. Gateshead drew 3-3 last minute because of a 102nd minute goal. There was 13 minutes, I think, of added time in that game, and Barnet equalised in the 102nd minute. And then also, of course, Halifax Town equalised in the 95th minute in their game away to Altrincham, and then won on penalties, same with Gateshead. So entertaining semi-finals. Was calculating before I came on camera actually how many goals both of these teams have actually scored in this tournament this season. Gateshead have scored, I think, 13 goals in this tournament, while Halifax have only scored 9 in this tournament. However, it doesn't matter how many goals they score, it's all down to who turns up in the final. And let's have a look at Mask's one, actually, because Mask were in this tournament. For people who may not have known, but Mask were in this tournament. They won 2-0 at Chase Town, beat Matlock 2-1 away, beat Marine 2-1 at home, and then, lost 7-1 at Farsley, who then beat Hungerford, and then lost to Gateshead. York City also got knocked out to Altrincham in the quarter-finals. Could have been York City against Halifax. I was quite surprised that York City didn't get to the semis, in fairness, and that's no disrespect to Altrincham, but when you're against a team like York, and we know how good York City are as a side, it was very surprising to not see York City in at least the semi-finals. But it's two of the best teams going head-to-head against each other, and in the past meetings between these two sides, because obviously these two have played each other in the National League, I'm pretty sure they're both in the National League North, if I'm not mistaken. No, so Halifax are in the National League Premier. Gateshead are now in the National League Premier. Sorry, it's National League Premier teams going head to head. In the past meetings, Gateshead have never... Well, they have beaten Gateshead. I've said they haven't beaten Halifax since the start of the century. If you know what I mean, basically the start of 2000, because the century is 100 years. So the start of this century, 2000, was the last time that Halifax lost to Gateshead, and that was 2-0 as well. And also Halifax have a really, really good record. They have a really good record when it comes to playing against Gateshead. Obviously they drew 0-0, won 2-0, they nicked 4 points off them in the league campaign this season. And also they're winning at the moment in all competitions. They are on a magnificent run of form, Halifax, at the moment, coming into this final. They haven't lost any of their last 9 games in all competitions, and that the last time they did lose a game was against Chesterfield back in March. But other than that, they've only lost 1 out of the last 15 games. They've only lost once in the last 15 games, and that was obviously Chesterfield. They're on a really, really good run of form. Gateshead, on the other hand, form-wise, coming into this game on the back of 2 wins on the bounce. Obviously, they did go on a run of 3 games without a win. That was after winning. About 7 or 8 games on the bounce. So Gateshead are coming into this game on obviously a winning one, 2 wins on the bounce, obviously, but their form has been a little bit inconsistent, a little bit like Borough, really. Borough likes the United as well. Go on really good winning runs, and then all of a sudden the form just collapses. You go like 2 or 3 games on the bounce without a win, and then you just bounce back, and that's what they've done this season. Halifax, though, on an unbelievable run of form, only 1 loss in 15, and that's about as good as Coventry, by the way. Coventry have only lost once in the last 19 games as well, so it's a team on really, really good form, and Halifax will probably go in as the favourites with that form, and also team-wise, I'll give you the teams in a couple of minutes, but if I'm going to put a prediction in this, because obviously it's a very difficult one. We know how good these two teams are, certainly with regards to non-league. They are 2 of the best teams in non-league. They're in the Conference Premier for a reason, because they're good enough to be up there. So, I think a lot of North-Eastern fans would be possibly going for Gateshead, unless obviously you hate Gateshead. Be nice to see Gateshead win it, to be honest. I just have a feeling that Halifax, with the form they're on, will take that on board going into this final, and I think they will win the game in the end. But I reckon it's going to be a close game. I'm going to go for a 3-2 to Halifax. I'm going to go for an entertaining game. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the score is, as long as it's an entertaining game and it's not a boring 0-0 like we've seen in some of the cup finals we've seen this year and in the past years as well. So really, as long as it's a decent game, we're not really that worried. Let's have a look at the live chat. Make sure you drop a like on the stream. Thank you very much, everyone who's tuned in so far. Let's have a look at the live chat then, and get your predictions in as well before kick-off. We actually close them 2 minutes into kick-off, because there's some people who can't get their predictions in time for kick-off. So now what I do is once kick-off comes, I wait 2 minutes, or about 2 or 3 minutes, and then close them. Rather than at the very start of the game, because some people put theirs in literally 20 seconds after I've put predictions closed at the very start of the game, and then I just go, how can't you put it in? And I can't be arsed with that, so just to make it a bit more fair for people who can't get in on time, I close them now 2 or 3 minutes in. Also the show, I've also got the subs and the goal screens as well set up for both teams, and I say hopefully we see the likes of these screens in the game especially, so hopefully we'll be seeing them at some point during the game. Okay, let's have a look at predictions and get your predictions in. I'm going up for 3-2 to Halifax, or as I call them, Bankers FC. Halifax Bank. Okay. That one fell on deaf ears, probably. Oh! Valve Stuttgart have scored! That's a big goal for them, that. So what does that mean in the Bundes table, then? I'm just watching VfB Stuttgart, or Valve Stuttgart at the same time. What does that mean for the Bundes table, then? Because that'll mean that they are close to surviving relegation, aren't they? So they need to win. They win, they move up to 15th, and it's down to the final game of the season to decide who stays up and who goes down. Jesus. What an interesting relegation battle it is in the Bundesliga this season. Dear me. So let's have a look. So I've gone for 3-2 to Halifax. Scotty B, hello famous sausage. My predictions too on the Gateshead. Thank you very much. Just to let you know, I'll be live next Sunday for the player finals. I'll be downstairs though. Everyone else I think is going out, but I'll be downstairs next Sunday for the stream that I'm doing next Sunday, and you'll see the dog because our friends are going away for the week, so we're looking after the dog for the week, or for for about 4 or 5 days. So we're looking after their dog again. So for those who know about the dog, you'll see the dog probably at some point, or you'll see me get licked to death by the dog 1 to 2. I don't know, quite frankly, but yeah. Been a while since it's been ages since I've actually seen the dog, because I say they haven't been going away that often this season, that much this year. Probably because of the price of things these days. A lot of people seem to be going to Greece nowadays, and I don't understand it. Oh, I like dogs. Oh yeah, I've always been a dog lover. I say I've always preferred dogs to cats, and I mean cats are all right. I'm all right with cats, but I prefer dogs, quite frankly. Dogs are normally more friendlier than cats are, certainly for me. Shelley in the Chire got gay Olivia S.I. 6:30 p.m. today. Huh? Right, I don't know what you're going on about. What are you on about? Okay. Me's gone for 3-1 Gateshead. Yep, fine. So yeah, it should be a good game. I say a lot of people who normally watch the likes of the Premier League or don't really watch lower divisions won't know exactly what these teams are like, because they're too busy watching the Prem normally. But I watch non-league quite a lot, so there you go. There's a few Newcastle fans actually at the game. Well, it doesn't surprise me. I think to be honest, a lot of the Gateshead fans will probably be Newcastle fans. User 43's put looking fresh stars, and that's a ball fan by the looks of it. And Brighton and Hove Albion have secured European football for next season. Fair enough. I've got your prediction and also Scotty's Sam yet. Gateshead was my granddad's team. Are you going to any mass games? I'll see what happens first. Come on, Halifax. My prediction's 3-2 Halifax. Right, hang on. Decide which one you're going for, because you put 3-2 Halifax, Grant, and then you put 2-1 Halifax. So decide which one you're going for. And what are we on about here? No vlogs until next season or not. There's no more vlogs now until next season at least. Waffle like a waffle, blah blah blah. Famous Donovan. Get to the comments. Famous man likes dogs. What the is this game? I mean, you should know all about Gateshead, you being a Geordie, mate. Surely you're supporting Gateshead today with being the Geordie. If not, then you're not a proper Geordie, are you? Because all the Geordies will be supporting Gateshead, won't they? Well, you better do something, yeah. We've secured Champions League. Well, this is what I was saying to another Newcastle fan that I know. Like, I mean, goal difference wise, Liverpool most likely won't score 8 or 9 goals in their game. But really, you're not mathematically secured until you get at least a point tomorrow against Leicester City. Same goes for United. Both United and Newcastle need to get a point on. They need to get a point against Leicester and Chelsea to get Champions League fully secured. I mean, for the minute, they can. I mean, they can safely say that they are practically secured, but mathematically they're not, because unless they lose to Leicester, which I don't see happening, then they're safe. Can't see you beating Fulham or Chelsea. We only need a point, mate. We only need a point. So get a point against Chelsea, and it's bye-bye Scousers, because Scousers don't deserve the Champions League spots this season anyway. They've been garbage for most of the season. If anyone deserves it, it's United and Newcastle, really. Man City champions as well of England again for the millionth time. Gets boring now, doesn't it? Let's see if United can get up there next season. I don't think Arsenal will ever get. I don't think Arsenal will ever win the title, because just don't have the bottle normally. Can Villa still get Europe? I believe so. We'll see what happens anyway. We'll see what happens on the final games. So obviously next week it'll be interesting. Gets boring, says a Bayern fan. Yeah. To be honest, Bayern won't win it this season because, quite frankly, they don't deserve it. I'm going for 2-1 Halifax. Thank you, Grant. And at least Bubble weren't the only team that bottled the playoffs. At least Sunderland did as well. That's something. So I suppose we still have our we've still got our Teesway derby next season then, which is a good thing. You're going for Halifax. You're going for Halifax over Gateshead. I'm only going for Halifax. I mean, it'd be great if Gateshead did win it, but I'm only going for Halifax because I just think that Halifax will most likely do it because they've got better form coming into the final and they're probably a better side. However, if we have a look at the starting teams for you, the top scorer, Adam Campbell, who obviously has scored, I think, 13 goals for Gateshead this season, is in the starting 11 for the Heed, and also for also for Halifax. Their actual top scorer is not available. He's out. Emmanuel Dizawuve. He's out, I think, with suspension. He scored 13 goals for them this season as well. So, but he's not. Unfortunately for them, he's not available tonight. That's a big miss for Halifax Town. However, they do have Milanik Ali, who has scored 9 goals for them this season, and Wab Harker, both up front for them in the attack, who've both got 17 goals between them. 8 for Harker and 9 for Ali. Also for Gateshead, though, their second top scorer, which is Marcus Denanga, is actually not in the team. That's a surprise. So he's not in the team, but Owen Bailey, who has scored 6 goals for them this season, is in the starting 11. So it's two teams that can certainly score goals, but who will come out on top? Well, we're going to find out very, very soon indeed. Starting lineups, and starting off, of course, with Gateshead. Excuse me. Right, here we go then, everyone. This is the starting 11s for the two teams, and of course, as per usual, starting off with the visitors, which is Gateshead. For Gateshead, in goal is number 31, James Montgomery. Number 2 is Bobby Tinkler. Number 5, Kenton Richardson. Number 6 is Louis Story. Number 32 is Carl Magne. Number 8 is Owen John Edward Bailey. Number 42, Borough fans will know him, Camille Conte, who is at Gateshead now. He's I think he was on loan, wasn't he? He's it's possibly finishing. Borough under 21 player Camille Conte. Sure, a lot of Borough fans will most likely know the name from Sierra Leone. He's played 33 games in the league for Gateshead, and obviously 2 in the FA Trophy. Plus, he's also featured in the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers for Sierra Leone at the age of 20. That's not bad, is it? Not bad for a youngster. So yeah, Camille Conte is also playing. He's number 42 for Gateshead. Carrying on with the team, number 10 is Greg Ollie. Number 11, top scorer, Adam Campbell. And number 12 is Dan Ward. And finally, number 15, Aaron Martin. And on the bench for them today is Number 1, Mao. No, it's not. That's the wrong number. Is that the wrong number? Sorry, I beg your pardon. Number 1 is Philip Marshall. Good spelling, by the way, on that. Also on there is number 45, Mauro Asikagu. Number 38 is Franklin number 40 is Franklin. Why do they say number 38 Archer? He's not coming up on here as playing. Never mind, number 38 Archer. Number 39 is Ollie Thompson. Number 19 is Will Harris. And number 27 is Lewis Knight. That got a bit confusing because it says Archer's playing, but he's not on there unless there's been a late switch or something. It says Archer. Literally, it says Archer on the subs bench there, but on Flash Scores, it says Marcus Denanga's actually on the bench. So which one is it? I'm lost now. We'll find out unless there's been a slight change or something. You know, he may have got injured or something during the warm up. We'll find out. I'll find out what happens when the players are actually out. Anyway, let's hope Halifax's is correct. Halifax's lineup in goal is number 1, Sam Johnson. Number 2, Tyler Golden. Number 5, Jesse Debra. Number 6, Jamie Stott. Number 3, the captain, Jack Senior. 14, Jack Hunter. Number 20, Harvey Gilmore. Number 19, Jamie Cook. Number 21, Melenik Ali. 17, Rob Harker. And number 18 is Angelo Capello. And on the bench is Lavelle, Sinfield, Summerfield, Warburton, O'Walker, Clark and White. So those are the starting lineups for the two teams. Apologies to any Gateshead fans watching, but I'm a bit confused because on that lineup it says Archer's on the bench, but on Flash Scores when I'm looking at the lineups, he's not appearing on there. So very confusing. Let's have a look. Got a few other messages coming in. North West Yorkshire Derby, Borough versus Leeds. Yeah. It's a 4:15 kickoff, by the way, this is. So we'll be starting soon. 4:15 kickoff. Hello, Sam McNeil. Thanks for joining me as well. I don't like Gateshead plus an ex-South Shield FC players playing for Halifax. Oh, right, fair enough. Well, I mean, you're a Sunderland fan, aren't you? So that doesn't surprise me. Thought it was 4:30. Yeah, I thought at first, and then I looked at the actual kickoff time and said 4:15. Why, I don't know. Bit of a weird kickoff time, I think. Dazzer could get in the Sierra Leone team. Well, yeah, but a 20-year-old from Sierra Leone getting first team football with Gateshead, playing for the Borough under-21s team as well. You know, and then also playing for his national team. You have to be a decent player to play for your national team. You know, I think also Borough had a player back in the day. What was his name? Borough fans will probably know. What was his name? We had a Borough player that was from Sierra Leone back in like 2014. I can't remember what his name is. What's his name? I can't really. No, I can't remember who we had from. We had a player from Sierra Leone back in 2014, and I can't remember who it was now. He was one of the first team players. No, not Ali Adier. Ali Adier was back in the day, and Sui wasn't Sierra Leone, wasn't he? I'm pretty sure he was Spanish. I'll try and find it. I'm not going to give up until I know who the hell it is. Midra FC 2014 squad. Oh, I should remember as well. I can't remember his bloody name. It was definitely a player from Sierra Leone, and I can't remember who it is now. Yes, we know that. Let me on it then. I'm determined to find out who this is. There's the FA Trophy. Ain't nobody like it to me. Please welcome onto the pitch your two teams, Halifax Town and Gateshead. Here we go. Players are coming out onto the field, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look. I'm determined to find out who the hell it is. And Sue, I'm pretty sure was he was Spanish, matey. I thought he was. Who did we have? Somebody from Sierra Leone. We had someone from Sierra Leone. No, there's no one coming up. Or was it 2013 then? Was it 2013-14? Wow, what a full stadium. I know. Yeah, well, it's a non-league fan, isn't it? So they don't get massive crowds. Didn't answer me question. Sorry. In your honest opinion, who's the best Premier League champions of all time? With being biased. The best Premier League champions of all time. Got to be United. I mean, United have done it the most times, and the way United have done it on quite a lot of occasions has been pretty outstanding, really, hasn't it? So, you know, have they got half a stadium full of? Have they got half of the bottom tier actually full of genuine fans and like half full of neutrals or something? Should have done it at the Riverside. Enough tickets to be fairly full and midpoint between both teams. Well, not really, because Halifax is nowhere near us. Gateshead's literally less than an hour. Gateshead's literally an hour down the road. Everyone's saying City haven't a clue. City are very, very good, to be honest with you, though. Middlesbrough, Newcastle, Sunderland fans, who's your biggest rival team? Both biggest rivals are Newcastle, and I'm pretty sure the same goes for Sunderland as well. Right, let's have a look. So 2013-14. It must have been 2013-14. It can't have been a 2014 squad. It must have been 2013. So, Lord then. Silly website doesn't want to load. Right, we had 2013-14, right. There you go. Oh, Nathaniel Chalobah played for Sierra Leone, did he? Oh, no, he did. But he was English and Sierra Leone. We had a player that was literally just from Sierra Leone. Kai Kamara. Kai Kamara was the main Sierra Leone player that I recognise. Kai Kamara, that's the one. Yeah, I thought I could not remember who it was. Oh, we're gonna have the anthem. Save our gracious King, long live our noble King. God save the King. I'm still used to saying Queen. Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the King. I said God save the Queen. I'm still used to doing that. Anyways, let's have a look. So it was Kai Kamara. Missed me comment. No, I'd already said that. Archer on the bench, he's injured. Okay. I hope all 27 people who've turned up for the game at Wembley have a good time. Oh, there'll be a few thousand there. There'll be a few thousand, I reckon, at the game. You know, it's a big game for both of the teams, really. Halfway between Halifax and Gateshead is either Teesside or Darlow. Oh, is it? Oh, right. Question does first. Middlesbrough Manchester U FCB mass game you watched. In this, you need to tell me the date and what year and what season go. Mass game you watched. You need to tell me the date and what year and what season go. What are you on about? Right. Oh, the first game. Sorry. First mass game was, I think, Pontefract Collieries? Mask against Pontefract Collieries. First Borough game I went to, Southampton when we beat them 2-1 back in 2012. That was when I got the season ticket, 2012-2013 season. I can't remember. I couldn't tell you what date it was. I can't remember what the dates were. But I know what season it was. FC Bayern game. Oh God, we're going back a while. Can't remember what my first Bayern game was. The first game I've actually been to was FC Cologne. I can't think now, to be honest. Man City's B team's 1-0. Oh dear. I can't think actually what the first Bayern game was. Well, I've been to the first ball game I actually watched on telly was 2009. I can't remember which game it was. It was something in 2009 when I actually watched the Borough for the first time. But first ball game I'd been to was Southampton. It's difficult. I'm trying to think of the first Bayern game I watched ages ago. Potentially, I know I definitely watched the 2010 Champions League final when Bayern lost it. I can't quite. It's difficult to remember, mate. We're going back a long time. I've slept since then, you know. Match is underway now. It's hard to remember what. It's hard to remember, really. I can't really think. United will have been similar time to Bo and Bayern, most likely. Was United after or before? Yeah, most of them will have been 2009 onwards, because 2009 was when I first started getting into football. See, I was only 7 at the time, so I mean, I can't exactly remember, because I'm 20 now. I'm turning 21 in 2 months, and trying to remember back that far is very, very difficult. Especially when, like me, although I do have a decent memory, I don't remember what my first games really were. I could tell you Bow and Masks, but with regards to the first games I'd actually watched, Bayern and United wise, I couldn't tell you. It's very difficult to try and remember. Make sure you get your predictions in very quickly. Of course, your predictions will close soon. The match is already underway now. Just check I've got all the predictions in so far. Yes, we're going to Borough Southampton next season. Well, yeah, that's going to be bloody difficult. I'll tell you that. That will be very hard. Start lineups for 2 teams. For Gateshead, very quickly, we've got Montgomery in goal, Tinkler, Richardson, Story, Magne, Bailey, Camille Conte, Ollie, Campbell, Ward, and Martin. And for Halifax, no, the photo's not blurry. That's just how Halifax did it, because I got it off Twitter. Johnson in goal, Golden, Debray, Stott, Captain is Senior, Hunter, Gilmore, Cook, Ali, Harker, and Capello. So they're the two teams. Norwich came down. Norwich came down. We beat them 5-1. Norwich came down. We beat them 5-1. Oh yeah, that was this season. Yeah. But Norwich haven't been that good. Yeah, but Southampton in Championship, Southampton will be favourites for the title this season. They'll be favourites for promotion, and they'll probably go straight back up. So I wouldn't get too optimistic. When the teams come down from the Premier League, it's never easy. It's not easy. You mean Norwich went up? No, Norwich came down. We beat you 5-1 this. We beat you 5-0 or 5-1 this season. What was your first ever YouTube stream? I could tell you the game, but I couldn't tell you the date. First proper stream. Well, the first watch along I did was, I think, FC Bayern. FC Bayern against Dortmund, I think it may have been. I'll have a look at that. I can't remember exactly how long ago it was. Predictions are closed. Southampton won't get playoffs. Southampton will be favourites for the title, really. In season. I don't know why you're asking for the date. I'm not going to give you I can't give you the exact date without looking. So I don't bloody know. I don't know what the bloody what day it was. It'll have been. I think the first live one I think I did was Bayern Dortmund ages ago. I think Bayern won 3-0, was it? Or 3-1. Back when they had Robin, so that'll have been 2017. Let's have a look. Sunderland get automatic promotion. No. You weren't even close to it. You weren't even close to it this season. I doubt it. Us and Sunderland will be again favourites for playoffs, but if we get playoffs again, I don't see us getting promoted. We never win the playoffs. I don't think we wouldn't do it. No, beg your pardon. So the first watch along I did was actually Man United versus SL Benfica, then the next one was Bayern Dortmund, and Man United Benfica. Halloween on 2017 it was, with the cross holy water. What did the famous daddy? When did the famous daddy get taken to the church as a baby and had the water on his head? That'll have been 1965 because he was born in 65. I don't know. Everton or Leicester will be favourites, and then we'll be up there. So will Luton potentially, Sunderland, Millwall, and Blackburn. That's if they don't already go up, Luton. Carrick done a good job for views. Yeah, he's done marvellous for us this season. What day? How do I know? How do I know, mate? I wasn't born. You're wasting your time asking that. I don't bloody know. Your response is, how the hell should I know I wasn't born yet? Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. I mean, that's always going to be the case. I don't know what day it was. How am I supposed to know? 1, I wasn't born. 2, I don't ask what day people got christened. I don't even know what day I got christened. So, you know, all I know is it'll have been in either latter stages of 2002 or the very start of 2003. So, you know, I don't know when it was. I don't know why you're asking. Anyways, 6.5 minutes in. If you can hear any buzzing, sorry, I've got the fan on next to me because it's again a very warm day again here in the heart of Teesside, Middlesbrough, the best place to live in the world. Not really. Well, the most famous place for Palmos. Do you remember black and white TV? No, because when I was born, we had colour TV at the very least. You should have beaten Coventry, to be honest. We weren't good enough in the final third, mate. So it didn't surprise me. They had their big chance and they took it. We didn't. So, there you go. Is that a Premier League ref? Looks like a Premier League ref. Or a Championship ref. Oh, yeah, there's a foul on Magna, isn't it? No, it's not a foul. No, he didn't actually. He gave the foul against Magna. I thought that was a foul on Magna. Oh. Thanks everyone who's joined us so far. So I've Valve Bay won. – 4-1 Valve Bay. Gee me. Halifax to win here. Corner. Valve Bay 4-1 up. So they have a very big goal difference. They've got -12. Bochum and Schalke, who are below, on -34 and 35. Oh dear. It's going to go down to the final game of the season. That's going to be very interesting. Be a very tasty final game. Another corner for Halifax. Good defending. Good defending by Bailey. So that's another corner for the bankers, as I'm going to call them, or the shaman, I think they're called. So it's a can of, that's just a can of Diet Coke I'd got from earlier on. Just having that with me dinner earlier. I've got me iron brew on the floor at the minute. I'll pass them out in a few minutes. Don't forget to drop a like on the stream if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much for joining us. So I might get a few a decent number of views, might not. It's just one of those things. I know we normally get decent views for the player finals, and the player finals will be coming up next week. I'll give you one for what's coming up between now and next Monday, or next Sunday and next Monday. Millwall Nutter, how's your dad, pal? He's alright, thanks. He's out at the minute. They've all gone out while I'm doing this. So, there you go. We have, in terms of quality, a long way to go. That's Sam Allardyce. Yeah, Leeds lost to West Ham. How sad. There's the Halifax manager, I think, wearing a very smart suit and tie, I've got to say. Very, 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 very smart. So it's going to be Debris with a long throw in, I think, for Halifax. Halifax going from right to left, of course, towards the stand where the whatever 2,000 or 3,000 or what, even probably not even that, Gateshead fans are. By the way, how embarrassing, right? So they've got the Europa Conference League final in Prague. West Ham have been allocated 4,500. Fiorentina will probably get allocated practically the same, if not just less. And then the other 10,000 or so will be all family and friends of the players and the coaches. And then you'll also have the UEFA affiliates and stuff. Like, why don't you just give about... Because only holds 20,000 in their stadium. I don't know why they're holding it there, but why don't you just have... Maybe if you had maybe 7.5k each, that's 15k, and then you have 5,000 there. Or even better, less than 2,000 of the UEFA affiliates. Like, it's ridiculous. You know, they have them in fairly decent stadiums, but they're always not big enough stadiums, are they? 10,000 Blair families and the UEFA affiliates. So it's bonkers, absolutely bonkers. I really don't agree with that. If 4,500, getting tickets for that's going to be absolutely impossible, and I know the prices of them will be incredibly expensive. 12 minutes in, decent start from Halifax. Halifax seeing a bit more of the ball. First 12 minutes in. Gateshead in the usual black and white kit. Halifax in their blue kit. Gateshead come forward with their top scorer, Adam Campbell. Good player he is. Another player who used to play, another player who a lot of people might know, certainly from the Mask vlogs and stuff in the day. Adam Boyce is from Gateshead. He's a Basque player who joined us from Gateshead. So, and what a player he's turned out to be for Mask. Very, very, done really well for us. Here come Halifax coming forward. That's a poor pass. That's out for a throw into Gateshead. Just take a photo of this. Just so I can. Just so I've got it on my phone as well, so I can have a look at that while I'm trying to give commentary, because there's no names on them, because can't see the names on the back of the shirts mainly. Can see the numbers, so there you go. I thought they said that last time, and then the neutral sections ended up being fans. I don't know. That may be an initial allocation. I don't know. Gateshead are in the box here. Foul on the Halifax player, Angelo Capello. And that is a free kick to Halifax inside their own penalty area. It was Bailey running in, ends up going into the back of Capello in the box. So that's a free kick. Ash Palmer, the Chesterfield defender, is in attendance today. Obviously, he'll still probably be gutted with the fact that they lost to Notts County in that playoff final the other week, which did rather well actually on that playoff final, because it was a good playoff final actually, that game. I remember last season the European finals seemed to be more fans than they stated. But that's probably the family. That's probably the families all wearing. That's probably their That's probably the players' families just wearing the team strips.
Difficult transition for him going from assistant to top job. He feels that in the last few weeks of the season they've set themselves some proper standards.
I'll have a look at half time what the games are for this week. What I can tell you for the moment is Manchester United chair Chelsea. That's Thursday night. I'll be live for that. UEFA want to sanction the West Ham players for protecting their families in the semis. Really? I mean, honestly, they should sanction the they should sanction our said as well for bloody for their fans. Like, RZ should be getting punished really, because their security did naff all really, and their ultras just literally tried to attack them. I mean the guy who, although got battered and bruised practically, but he saved all the families. The guy in his own. Bloody hell, wouldn't like to be in a fight with him, but mad respect to him for saving, for defending them. Going to be a throw in here, and it's Jesse Deborah to throw it in long, and it's still in there. A bit of pushing and shoving by looks in the penalty area. Free kick's been given to Gateshead. Not an amazing first half. I thought it was. Darren England's the referee for today's game, an EFL Championship ref doing a non-league final. Okay. Well, that's a bit daft, really, Art, isn't it? So the second game on non-league finals day, And it's currently Halifax 0, Gateshead 0 in the FA Trophy final. I think both teams have been a little bit cautious, to be honest. I don't think either team wants to really make any mistakes or... I think both teams just trying to sort of take it a little bit, just sort of take it a bit slow for the minute, and then probably 30 odd minutes in, just really, sort of second half, they'll just go for it. It's been a tough game for both teams, mind. Yeah, true. Halifax coming forward on the right hand side. They're going backwards again. It's Jebber again on the right hand side. Gateshead have got the ball back in the defence now. Come on, Augsburg. I mean, there's no way that Augsburg are gonna beat Dortmund, so you might as well say title's gone. They should ban all Dutch teams for one club actions like they did in the 80s. No, don't ban all the Dutch teams because it's not their fault. You sanction them for no reason. That's just unfair. That because they're not all like that.
Bittersweet occasion. Halifax had recently been relegated. It certainly took much of the joy out of the day.
Nice play. Good play from from Gateshead, sorry.
Later tore his knee ligaments in the same game. Missed all of the next season.
Where do you think Moscow finish next season? Depends on who they can get in and if they keep Carl Jarrett. Depends if we can keep half the players and who we can actually bring in. I reckon... I'm saying they did it for the English though as well. Yeah, they banned all English clubs because of the scruffy Scousers attacked Juve. Now that's back in the day though. I don't think there'd be... UEFA would lose a lot of money and stuff if they did that, I think. It's all money now, isn't it, these days? I don't see that happening. It wouldn't happen. Not nowadays, anyway. You're playing Macclesfield as well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I know I couldn't believe when I thought that Macclesfield were actually promoted. I don't know what happened to them, but yeah, the Division 8 team, and then they came up and they're in the 7th tier. It's like, wow, we're playing Macclesfield, the former League 2 team. Don't expect us to win that, but we'll see what happens anyway.
His grandfather's cousin was the former Sunderland goalkeeper, if you're interested. That's the first cousin twice removed. A real story if history could repeat itself 50 years on.
Oh, so they went bust. That's why then. Oh, I knew she was. So that's why they were in the situation. So that's why they were down there then. So they'd gone bust. I didn't realise that. Macclesfield's are rising, to be honest. They bought Sam Johnston's brother for goalkeeper. Alright. Upcoming streams, I'll tell you at half time. They were a good team, and I don't understand. I actually don't understand. I didn't know what had actually gone on and why they were down there. But I look forward to it next season. It all depends on who Mask can get in. If Mask can get players in, if Mask struggle to get players in, then it could be another season. To be honest with you, I reckon this season will finish again. We'll probably be in another relegation battle, but I reckon we'll survive rather comfortably. I think. I reckon we'll struggle at times, but if I'm going to predict, there's 22 teams, isn't there? It's 22, 24. Yeah, it's 42 games, so 22 teams. 4 go down. 4 teams go down from that league. So I'll say 14th. 14th for Mask, hopefully. I mean, as long as we stay up, the more we stay up, the better it is, you know. Want to see some good non-league football, and that's a very tough division to get out. I think the only reason South Shield won the league was because they're a full-time club. They're the only full-time club in that league. So with them being the only full-time team in the league, and they were training like all the time, it was difficult for teams like Mask and all the other teams, because there was no other teams that were full-time. All the other teams in the league were all part-time clubs. Same with Mask. And by that I mean that they don't train all the time. Mask only get to train normally about twice a week, maybe, and then they have a game if they're lucky. So I don't know. If Mask made the FA Cup third round, which draw would you want the most? A team from Everton away. I wouldn't mind Hartlepool at home. I wouldn't mind taking on Hartlepool at home if they got to round 3. If we're going to be, I mean, we'd probably never get to the third round. We've never got to the first round, to be honest with you. But anyone at home would be good, or a fairly local team away from home, like Sunderland or Newcastle. I mean, I wouldn't mind taking on Sunderland or anyone, you know. We'd get beat, but be a good away trip, I suppose. You know, any team at home would be ideal, obviously, because we don't go to it, but that's if Borough aren't at home at the same time. Because a lot of the times the Borough games clash with Mask games, so that's why I haven't been going to Mask games as such this season, because Borough's been at home most of the time when they've been at home. So what can you do about it? 25 minutes in this final. Not amazing. It's not been an amazing final. Been a difficult battle, I think, for both teams. We know how good these teams are. It's been a tough game for both of them. So I say it's been really one of those games where just no one really wants to make a mistake. No one wants to make a mistake. No one wants to really go for it. Both teams just sort of playing it out at the moment. You wouldn't want a trip to Trafford or Anfield then. Well, certainly not Old Trafford, no, because you know what I'm like. I could do without that. Anfield, well, I mean, if Mask United got Anfield, it'd be on telly most likely. But we'd get absolutely annihilated. But I'm not looking that far, because we never. The closest we've got to is the 4th qualifying round, which we lost to Gateshead pretty undeservingly as well. So there you go. I'm not getting my hopes up for that. Anyway, we'll see what happens though. It's another season to go. I don't even think we got past the 2nd qualifying round, did we, this season? Yes! Josh Walker's beaten MVG. Josh Walker's done it again against him. Josh Walker's done it again against MVG. Didn't lose to South Shields 5-2. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, we did. We got to the... I think we got to the third or fourth round of... We got, I think, to the third or fourth round of this competition, the FA Trophy, and then the FA Cup we got to... I think it was the second or third... Yeah, second or third. Oh, that's a mistake. Halifax to win. What a save. Offside, though. Opportunity that in the end. MVG playing with an injury, though. Yeah, I know. Yeah, South Shields, we lost 5-2 to Shields, I think it was. Was it the second or the third qualifying round? I can't remember. I can't exactly remember whether it was the second or third round. So it must have been the third qualifying round then. But, tell you what, South Shields getting to the, South Shields were pretty close to getting a result against Forest Green, you know. And then Connor Wickham, bloody Mackham, Connor Wickham, scored against them from about 45 yards. It's quite amazing, actually, it was. Halifax keeper with the ball. So it must have been the third round then, whatever it was. Still 1-0 City. Chelsea is, if they're not careful, by the way, Chelsea could end up finishing 14th. Depending on goal difference. What a dreadful season, by the way, for Chelsea. Leeds are relegated now. They're not mathematically relegated yet. It's not official. If Leicester win somehow, win against... Oh, here come Gateshead coming forward. Dan Ward. I'll come back to me point in a minute. Can Gateshead make anything of it? 30 minutes in nearly. Not been too much to really shout about in this game. It's been a bit of a tense game, I think. Neither team's wanting to make any errors or anything. Both teams just sort of defending it out against each other. Cancel each team out. If Leicester win, then they'll be almost safe. It goes down Founder. It goes to Founder anyway. I don't think they'll beat Newcastle. Let's be honest. So 30, 31, 33 is what the points look like. And in the final games, Everton are playing Bournemouth at home. If Everton win, then that's Leeds and Leicester both relegated. So there you go. What round do Mask join the FA Cup now? I think it is now the first round qualifying. I don't think we play any of the preliminary rounds now. We don't play the preliminary rounds now, I don't believe. Qualifications, have the qualification rounds. Mask. Is Mask? Oh no, sorry, Mask did play. Yeah, Mask played in the first qualifying. Yeah, Mask played in the first qualifying round. And won. Then they beat Whitby. Then, yeah, South Shields was the third qualifying round. And then, obviously, the fourth round, they beat Scunthorpe. So, yeah, first qualifying round, we did come into it, I think. I don't think we played any of the preliminary rounds, if I'm correct. So, would that be August, then? I think September. I think it's September time because yeah, I think it's September because you've got You got the first qualifying round sort of start at September, I believe. Second one's end of September. Third one is sort of middle of October. The qualification final round is end of October, and then you've got the first round in sort of middle of November. So yeah, I think it's I think it's first and second round in September, October for the third and fourth, and then the first round proper is in November. I think so. Yeah. No, it won't be in July. The Mask's actual season does not start until the 12th of August, I've been told. So it's quite a lot, because we also have the FA Trophy to contend with as well. And the FA Trophy is not easy. We got to think to the third or fourth round of this time. We lost to Farsley Celtic by country mile though. Up your nose, everyone. Hope South Shields have a good season. Yeah, I think they'll do okay. I think they'll do alright in the National League North. Very difficult division though. Ball in, that's dangerous! It's been a bit of a scuffed clearance really. And it's out for a corner. Barely let it go out for a corner. 1-0 to City in the Premier League at half time. Corner for Gateshead then. We need a goal to get this to really bring this game to life. Oh, that could be. Was headed forward and then headed over top of the goal. South Shields will not play Blythe Spartans because Blythe Spartans have been relegated. Oh, they were in the relegation zone last time I looked, unless they survived. Did they survive? Could have sworn they were relegated. Oh, they survived on the last day. Oh, you jammy buggers. No, they survived. They survived last game. You jammy. Blythe Spartans won 5-0 against Hereford. Farsley Celtic lost. Kettering lost. Bradford Park lost. Oh, so they did survive relegation. Jammy buggers. I thought they were going down. I didn't know they'd survived. Fair enough. Fair enough then. Well, that's why we didn't have Blythe Spartans in the league this season then. I wondered. Oh, well, no matter. We get South Shields against Blythe. That'll be a tough one, that, to call, really. South Shields will probably win it, but that won't be easy. Here's Halifax. Good opportunity for them here. Is Capello puts it in. Come past everyone. Goal kick to Heed. Capello does well. He does a full 360. South Shields versus Darlington as well. Oh yes, that's gonna be that. But that'll be tasty. Be a tasty tie that. Can you go to Whitby Scarborough next season? Can I go to Whitby Scarborough next season? No, because Whitby aren't playing Scarborough. Whitby won't be playing Scarborough, mate. Because Scarborough are still in the National League North. Right, Scarborough still in the National League North. And, well, I wouldn't really get a chance to go to any games like Darlos, Spennymoor, etc. Because Mothers normally at home. And if Mask gets on, I'm going to Mask, obviously, but I don't know if I'd be able to fit them in. Normally, if Boa and Mask aren't at home, if Boa and Mask aren't playing or aren't at home, then I'll take Dad to see Hartlepool maybe if Hartlepool are at home, but I don't know. Whitby, I think, got relegated. No, sorry, they didn't. My apologies. Liversedge. So it was Liversedge who got relegated, wasn't it? No, Whitby Town did survive. So Mask will be playing Whitby next season. So we'll be playing them next season. Whitby Town again. We're playing Morpeth again. Yeah, BT Sports are changing their name to TNT Sports. Why, I have no idea. Why they're changing the name, I couldn't tell you. Don't know why they're changing it. I don't see anything wrong with BT Sports. Currently 0-0 for Augsburg against Dortmund, only 26 minutes in, which is great news for us. Win probability has now gone down to 66. Dortmund have had 5 shots. No, they've had 9 shots to 1. Oh dear. If Augsburg can get a draw, that'll be perfect. I forgot Southern National League now. Because they deliver explosive action. Yeah, TNT, yeah. I just don't understand why they changed it, to be honest.
The fans have travelled in their numbers. It's been a very cagey opening half.
I was gonna say it's been a tense half. Neither team's wanted to really risk anything. I mean, no risks really taken. Both teams are just trying to both teams just defensively outdoing each other. It'll probably be 0-0 at half time, but hopefully the second half is better. Is Augsburg buying Bavaria derby? It's classed as the Bavarian derby. Because Augsburg and Bayern are Bavarian clubs. Somehow VfB Stuttgart is not classed as a Bavarian derby when VfB Stuttgart is literally, there's signs for Stuttgart in Munich. On the roads in Munich, there's signs for Stuttgart in Munich. So Stuttgart's obviously not far from Munich. How on earth that's not classed as a Bavarian derby, I don't know. But Bayern against Augsburg is classed as the Bavarian derby. Same we got, I mean, you've also got, I bet a lot of people don't know, but Leverkusen FC Köln is a wine derby. So the River Wine derby, because they're both on the River Wine. You know, I never knew that Leverkusen. I knew Leverkusen Köln was a bit of a rivalry, but I never knew it was a River Wine derby. Same, obviously, Dortmund Schalke. They're a derby as well. The Rhine derby, yeah, that's the Leverkusen FC Köln one. Well played. Got to say, well played to the Gateshead defender there. How's your day been? Fairly quiet. Was watching the Leeds game. Decent game actually. I was watching the Leeds game. Watched a little bit of the FA Vars. Been obviously setting up the stream and everything, and then doing this stuff. Been non-stop really. 3 minutes to go till half time in this first half. It's not been a particularly entertaining first half, but say it's very cagey. Both teams just trying to both teams just outdoing each other defensively at the minute. No one's wanting to make a mistake, although cross comes in as a header. Just wide. The Klassiker isn't that much of a rivalry as Dortmund sees Schalke as bigger rivals. Bayern have 1860 or Augsburg. I saw a German guy say that anyway. No, it's true. I mean, the Der Klassiker is a rivalry between the two biggest clubs, obviously, which is obviously Bayern and Dortmund, because they've been the two biggest clubs in Germany for many, many years. And the reason it's called the Klassiker, because Der Klassiker in English translates to the classic. I'm sure most of you know, because it's the classic game. It's called that because in a way it's a rivalry. There is a rivalry between Bayern and Dortmund, but because they're the two best teams, you know, he's like a bit like Real Madrid and Barcelona. El Clasico. Oh, a mistake! Oh, it's a goal! Oh, what a comical goal! What a comical goal! 1-0 Halifax. That's oh, that's a class goal. That's a class goal. That's brilliant. Oh, what a cock-up. That's a mistake. That's an absolute calamity goal. That's funny, that. Oh, well, there's life. 1-0 Halifax. Goal scorer for Halifax Town, number 19, Jamie Cook. What a goal that isn't. Oh, my dear. Oh, dear me. So, what happens is, there is, that's just comical. So, a ball kick forward for Gateshead, and it's headed forward by Halifax player. And I think it's Melenik Ali who's battling for it. He wins the battle. It goes through. There's a very poor back pass to the goalkeeper from one of the Gateshead defenders. The keeper does get to it, but he kicks it literally against the leg of Jamie Cook. Jamie Cook blocks the long ball from the keeper, and it just bounces into the net. It's it's a comical goal, that. He tries to kick it forward and it's blocked by Cook and it just goes in the net. A bit like, Borough fans will remember, a bit like Negredo's goal, I think it was, against Sheffield Wednesday in the FA Cup back in the Premier League season, where the keeper tried to kick it forward, Negredo blocked it and it went in the net. That's a comical goal, that. 1-0 to Halifax, and it's Jamie Cook. Fourth has indicated a minimum of 2 minutes of added time. 2 minutes of added time. What a terrible goal. Bit like also the Mendy goal against Leeds. That's such a comical goal, that. 1-0 Halifax going into half time as it stands. And Melenik Ali doing really well. Fair play to the referee, by the way, down in England, given advantage. Gateshead have won the ball back now. And that will be a free kick, and that will be, I think, the first yellow card of the game, that is. I think that's the first yellow, and it is a yellow card for Capello. Can't remember the player who scored, but Mendy made a mistake. Rodrigo, possibly?
To go into the referee's notebook. Certainly no arguing with that particular decision.
Edouard Mendy against Leeds, was it? Let's have a look. I'll have a look and see if I can find it out for you.
Take it short.
Yeah.
From Campbell. Ball from Tinkler. Last chance of the half for Gateshead.
Any mistake against Leeds. Good hit, that. Good block. That's half time.
It's the half-time whistle. It is the fans of Halifax Town looking to
Half time, and that is Halifax leading by goal to nil at the interval.
into the interval. A shame.
Oh, it wasn't a particularly brilliant first half, but a pretty amusing goal, it's got to be said. Yeah, I know which goal you're on about, but it wasn't really anything like... It was nothing like that, because it was Rodrigo, wasn't it? It was Rodrigo. Yeah, it was Rodrigo. It wasn't really anything... It's nothing like... It was nothing like Rodrigo's, to be honest, because with Rodrigo's, it was a mistake, and he just literally... He got the ball and he just tapped it into an empty net. This one... The long ball is blocked by Jamie Cook, and it goes straight into the net from the block. It's pretty amusing. A mistake from the goalkeeper led to a goal from Jamie Cook, and that's 1-0 to Halifax Town at half time. Yeah, good anticipation and effort from Cook, but poor from both the defender and goalkeeper. Yeah, it seemed to be a bit of a lack of communication. It was a bit of a poor back pass in the first place, which didn't really help the keeper. And obviously, keeper's getting put under quite a bit of pressure from Jamie Cook. But he ends up trying to kick the ball forward. He ends up hitting Jamie Cook, and it just bounces in. It's a very comical goal. It's a funny goal. Always funny to see, but obviously, if you're a fan of Gateshead, that'll be pretty annoying, to be honest, to concede. I don't think if you're a Gateshead fan, you won't be exactly chuffed by that. Just have a look at the Dortmund game. Expected goals, 2.04. They've had 14 shots, 4 on target, and it's still goalless in Augsburg. Just keep it that way for the full 90 minutes, and Bayern will still be top of the league going into next week's final fixtures. Which I'm not going to lie, the end of... after yesterday's, I would be very surprised if Bayern do win the league, because really they don't deserve it. Next week's games, which are the final games in the Bundesliga for next week, Dortmund take on SV Mainz 05. Schalke have to win to survive. They take on RB Leipzig. Bye! Union need to win to get themselves guaranteed top 4. Bayern have to win for the title. Same with Dortmund against Mainz. For either team to win the title, possibly. Gladbach against Augsburg. Doesn't really mean much, to be honest. Bochum need to get a result against Bayer Leverkusen to survive. So do Stuttgart. Also need a result against Hoffenheim. Hertha already relegated. And Freiburg need to win to get top 4 as well. So the top 4 race still isn't done in the Bundesliga. Just have a look in the Premier League at the moment. I'll show you all the Premier League table in a second. Watching the Premier B League. Half time, City B versus Chelsea B. So I'll show you the table here. If you just joined half time, it's 1-0 to Halifax. A bit of a mistake from the goalkeeper has led to a bit of a comical goal for Halifax. I've already got this play capture. Sorry, I'll turn that on. Here we go. Just showing it the current Premier League table. So as we know, Man City are once again your Premier League champions. Arsenal going to be finishing second. Maximum of 84 points is all they can get now. Newcastle and Manchester United both on good number, or 69 points. They are not mathematically guaranteed top 4, because there's always a chance that Liverpool could score 8 goals in their final game. It probably won't happen, but there is always a chance. United and Newcastle only really need a point from their games against Leicester and Chelsea to 100% guarantee it. Brighton and Hove Albion have guaranteed themselves a European spot this season. They've got a much better goal difference than Aston Villa, which means that Brighton do still have 2 games left to go. Big VAR decision in Augsburg. Ooh, what's happening here? Oh, Jesus. Brilliant. Felix Udokai. Oh, dear. So that VAR red card. Oh, so what does that mean? Is that a penalty? Let me go on to the game. 5-0-3. So what's this then? Just looks like a free kick, is it? What was it, a free kick? Let's have a look. What happened here?
With the numerical superiority. High drama on match day 33. That continues.
So what's just happened?
And I think every fan, every man that holds it, and every woman, of course, that holds it with Bayern Munich says now, oh, this can't be true, this can't be happening. But as
So-
I mentioned, so far this means nothing.
So, was a red card for Augsburg, but I don't know if it was a free kick or a penalty or what actually happened. They reduced to 10 men, overbounds, 1 through on goal, and they've obviously not scored from the free kick then, have they? Which is good news for Bayern. Let's have a look here. Premier League table we won, weren't we? So Liverpool are guaranteed a European spot, but whether that's going to be Europa League or Conference League is still yet to be decided, because Brighton obviously still have a game in hand on Liverpool, and they can close the gap to 2 points if they win. Is Nico Rosberg the commentator for Augsburg Dortmund? No, it's normally Derek Way or something like that. Brighton have been given a guaranteed European spot as well. Aston Villa need to win their final game to finish 7th as well. Let's have a look here. The bottom half, Villa can't catch them. No. Liverpool can't get Conference League. Oh wait, sorry. 6th place is now the Europa League, isn't it? I thought 6th place was... No, 6th place is the Europa League now, isn't it? Sorry, not Conference League. Sorry, I beg your pardon. So... Yeah, apologies. Gets confusing because most other leagues, the Bundesliga is only top 6 teams for European football. We already know Southampton are relegated. We'll be seeing them next season in the EFL Championship. Leicester City, if they do not win, so if they lose on Monday night against Newcastle, which will most likely be the case, then they have to win on the final day. Leeds also have to win on the final day. If Everton win on the final day, then it doesn't matter what these two do. They will both be down if Everton win against AFC Bournemouth, which I can probably see happening. But, yeah, that defeat for Leeds today was bad for them. So Leeds and Leicester most likely will be the teams heading down to the Championship. Sad shame. Leeds going back where they belong in the Championship. And that's about it. And obviously don't forget the final fixtures for this season, which will be played this week. We've got Brighton taking on Man City. Brighton will not beat Manchester City. I can't see that happening. But your Arsenal Wolves. Arsenal should beat Wolves. Aston Villa Brighton. Big game that. Brentford Man City. Chelsea Newcastle. Palace Forest. Everton Bournemouth, one of the big games. Leeds taking on Spurs. Leeds have to win that. Leicester have to beat West Ham United as well. United beat Fulham will be ideal. And Southampton against Liverpool. Well, if Southampton can beat Liverpool, I would laugh my head off. But I can't see half of them results happening. Half time anyway, if you just tuned in, it is 1-0 to Halifax in this final. Not been an amazing final, but fingers crossed the second half is better. Join me for second half in a couple of minutes. And welcome back. Time for the second half of this final. It's 0-0 between Dortmund and Augsburg, thankfully. And Halifax going in by goal to nil with a lead at half time. Time for second half. Here we go. Halifax going from left to right towards where their fans are, and Gateshead going right to left towards their fans. So if down England to blow the second half whistle, we are off. Let's go then.
Goalkeeper's sake that his teammates helped to get him out of a tight situation here. What can Gateshead do a little differently in the second half?
Well, we saw it when they conceded the goal, just a couple of minutes afterwards. They were just passing the ball with a bit more of a purpose. Instead of halfway through that first half,
Gateshead have to go for it in the second half.
but it was safe passing, a lot of sideways and backwards movement. And when you saw the movement of Campbell,
Because it's a United City FA Cup final, both teams are already in Europe.
he just kept turning out and didn't want to play that.
The Europa spot goes to 6th, and as Man U won Carabao, Conference League goes to 7th. Ah, right, okay. On FIFA, it's come for Millwall FA Cup semi-final, and Arsenal won the championship. That's why they all say FIFA's unrealistic. Gateshead need to go for it in the second half. They need to get a goal back. Very unrealistic then. That would never happen. Just joined again for second half. Welcome back. Up your nose. Yeah. I mean, United wouldn't be playing against Bother in the championship. That would never happen, mate.
Never beaten Halifax. It's a shame it reformed in 2008. 11 of their 14 meetings have been draws. It's Bailey.
Are they going to do anything with it, or are they just going to really stand still with it? Ball. Go on, Conte. Ah. For in Halifax.
Really working out at the moment for the Tynesiders. Could be a farewell performance today for Cameron Conte. He looks capable of playing at a high level. He's on for Middlesbrough.
This will be the final game for Conte at Chesterfield. Sorry. The final game for Conte at Gateshead. Unless they bring him on a permanent, he'll be going back to Bow at the end of the season. It's all kicking off on that save. Tell me about it. Oh, bye!
Shot there from Adam Campbell, but they're the little gives and goes that you're certainly looking for more, which you didn't really see much in that first half from Gateshead. Good pass forward, good positive run afterwards.
Campbell with a shot and it's nowhere near. Worth a try, but miles away.
His manager, Adam Campbell's a former Newcastle United player. Quite so many appearances as Iron Mike, though.
Adam Campbell, obviously the top scorer for Gateshead. Not really had a look in, has he, today? And Cook was the man with the goal for Halifax, putting the keeper under pressure, and then in the end, the long ball was blocked by him. I don't mind it being unrealistic. It's been fun watching Arsenal play Championship football, United relegated. Wouldn't go very well in real life. Wouldn't go down well in real life, would it? Nice. Oh dear. That's not a particularly great pass, was it? Long ball back to the Halifax keeper now. And kicked forward with no pressure whatsoever. Offside flag does go up. So Darren England gives the free kick to Gateshead. Gateshead have had the better start out of the two teams in this second half.
In that respect, the first goal was always crucial, wasn't it? And of course, Halifax Town got it. Strange goal. An absolutely vital one. Richardson.
I'd like to see this be 1-1 and go to extra time. It'd be very interesting.
Ward overlapping.
He's got through there, Ward. Corner.
For the corner. Positive signs from Gateshead.
Can't Halifax have a good second half. Well, Gateshead have started the better. I couldn't get my words right. Gateshead have started the better of the two teams. Why are all the fans just sat so far away from each other? What's this bloody social distancing again? They're all sat in different parts of the stadium.
Hamstring injury sustained on England sea duty.
Corner for Gateshead then.
100%.
It's going to be taken shot, is it? No, it's an in-swinging corner. It's headed towards the far post. Just missed everyone and goes wide for a goal kick from Bailey. Decent corner. Not a bad connection on it by Bailey, but just didn't get enough direction on that. It heads it to the far post. No one's at the far post there to tap it home. It's gone wide for a goal kick. And Deborah has gone down, I think, for the... Deborah's gone down for, I think, the second time now. And it looks like a bit of a problem. All right.
This particular season, difficult to tell from that replay exactly what the problem is.
Looks like he's hurt. He's...
It might be something of a relapse in terms of the hamstring.
Yeah, he's certainly been nursing an injury, hasn't he? And
Looks like he's hurt. He's oh, we don't know what it is. They're just saying that he's currently carrying an injury at the minute, but we don't know if it's a hamstring injury. We don't know if it's a calf injury or what it is. But Dobber's walking off the pitch at the minute to the side of the what's it, the other side of the pitch actually. See if Deborah can carry on. If not, then it's going to need a sub.
Came through the ranks at Millwall, Jesse Deborah. Halifax signed in from Dulwich Hamlet. He's going to give it a go.
It looks like Dobber's coming back on, but I think if he goes down again, he's off. Simple as that. There's another Halifax player down injured actually, but it's not a head injury really, so he doesn't need to. It's not a head injury. He doesn't need to stop the game. Yeah, Dobber's been told by, I think his captain it was, to put the ball out of play because Golden's down injured. He's holding his back. He's saying he's hurt his back. It looks like he hurt his back in. He's hurt his back. So what happened? Lower back? Ah, someone went into the back of him. Yeah, is it Dobber a Chesterfield player? No, this is this Jesse Deborah Not Dobra, sorry. I must have said Dobra by accident. Jesse Debra.
See, that wasn't a
This
foul.
is... Dobra was the Chesterfield player and he scored good goal. Scored a really good goal in that playoff final.
Had a good end to the season, Jamie Cook. Started 6 of Halifax's last 9. Appeared in all of them.
Man City did the Poznan 25 minutes into the match. There's only one team that does the Poznan properly, and that is Lech Poznan. They were the ones who created it, so they're the only team who do it properly. Luke Humphries lost.
He's not been able to show his pace, but now could be the moment. Tyrone Bailey here.
Poor cross. That's poor cross, that.
No real pressure. Able to clear and find out.
Here come Halifax coming forward now. With pace, it's Ali
Is up there too.
on the right hand side. Oh, he tried to go into the centre and in the end got dispossessed.
One situation, he could have gone inside, then gone onto the outside and used that space, but just wasted
It was well read by Ollie.
Halifax Town are only really here due to Billy Ali. He scored a 95th minute equaliser against Altrincham in the semi-final. Virtually the last kick of the game. Took it to penalties. At that moment, Halifax started to sense
Halifax with the ball now.
might be on the cut. Cushioning that one.
Oh, headed all the way back to the keeper.
Had very little to do.
Sam Johnson, who's not really been tested. Neither keeper's really been tested in this game. There's been no saves. Neither keeper's really made any saves as such in this game. No one's made any saves. There's been enough falling away shots on target. Both teams just been poor in the final third.
National League this season.
And as I thought, it's been a bit of it's been a tight game where both teams just trying to sort of, outdo each other defensively. 2-0 City.
Cleared by Jeremy Stocks. Parker out-muscled.
I had 3-0 City, so
Back to Montgomery.
who scored? I had 3-0 City down. Oh, Alvarez. I'm pretty sure I had Kevin De Bruyne.
But offside. Very briefly, a Halifax Town player last season, Aaron Martin.
I had Mahrez. He got the assist.
League scoring once.
I'll put Mahrez down there.
Looking today against Chris Millington's side. For both managers, of course, it's the first year doing the job.
I'll tell you what, both teams have made a few changes, haven't they? Still fairly strong teams. VAR checking it. Yeah, it's coming up with. Just come up with VAR. Ha ha! How sad. .58 in this final. Halifax still leading by goal to nil. Gateshead getting themselves back into it. They've had the better of the second half so far.
Very comfortable in truth.
And the noise now is all coming from the Halifax fans.
To celebrate what they hope will be a second.
Looking for their second FA Trophy win.
Flick on.
Looking to win it for the second time.
Johnson is yet to break sweat.
yeah, they need to find a way to try and find
Sam Johnson, by the way, in goal. Might as well have had a deck chair out because Gateshead have not tested him whatsoever.
physical players. They want that area
There's
back.
been nothing in the way of shots on target.
They're really struggling now to
It's been rather poor.
this half. That's been the issue.
Both teams have been rather poor in the final third.
Playing in nice little triangles that look decent, but his side
Some nice little passes even there, but when it comes to having the ball in the penalty area, they're wasteful. Really wasted.
Season of winners of the
Wasted opportunities.
were devoted to
If Halifax get a second goal, it's game over. But if Gateshead get themselves back into the game, then it's game on. Well and truly game on. Second half should be underway for BVB.
Conte.
Right, they're back in the
Capello.
second half is underway. I'll be amazed if Dortmund do not win against Augsburg, quite frankly.
With a throw. It's desperate to build pressure, but it just is beyond them so far.
If we've hit the hour mark in this game, only 1-0, all because of that comical goal. But he cock up from the keeper. Lovely up here, so London will be warm. Yeah, it's nice. Nice up here. Makes a change. Was peeing down the other day. So it was absolutely peeing down all day on Friday, right? But yesterday and today, no rain whatsoever. It's been sunny, it's been warm. Classic Teesside weather, that. Right. Deborah's down again, which means he's definitely off this time. He'll be off this time, surely. He has to be. Ooh. Capello could have got a second yellow. Clayton Donaldson has left Gainsborough and has signed for Farsley Celtic. Good, we don't have to play him this season. It was a nightmare. Looks like Deborah's gonna have to come off, I think. Nice. These players are just talking to him and he's gone, nah. So looks like it's game over for him today. Which is a shame. He's done alright for them as well. And it's going to be...
Also sustained a hamstring injury. He'll be the man to replace Deborah, who's similarly hamstrung once again.
Looks like, is it going to be... Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who is it? Who's it going to come on? Looks like they're going to have an enforced substitution. And it's number 4. Who's going to be on there?
Hugely experienced player, Summerfield. Vast EFL experience with Plymouth Argyle, Orient.
Substitution brought to you by Darryl Johnson for Halifax Town. Oh, Halifax Town going off is number 5, Jesse Deborah. And coming on is number 4, Luke Summerfield. So sadly an enforced substitution really, and a substitution which I know they won't have wanted to make. Disappointment obviously for Deborah. He's done alright, he's done his job, done well defensively, but at the end of the day you can't really, if you're injured you can't really play if you're injured, can you? You don't want to risk getting another injury obviously, because apparently he is playing with an injury already. He was carrying a hamstring injury. There's a shot and a good save. Pretty easy save in the end off by Montgomery. In goal for Gateshead. It was a good attack. Really good attack. And it was it Ali? Was it Ali with the shot? It was Montgomery in the end with the save. Decent shot actually. That's the first time we've seen the keepers that we've seen either keeper being really tested there. And they're still in again. In again, Halifax. Low cross is dispossessed. That'll be away for Gateshead. Gateshead will look to get it away quickly. I'm tired. Yes, it could be a goal, you know. Shot blocked. It was Adam Campbell in the penalty area. The right spaces. Only shot was blocked in the end.
He's made that run several times, Adam Campbell, and that really played that one over the top. And finally they did there.
This Wellington side closing in. There will be, you would think, concerted effort from Gateshead in the next 25 minutes or so.
Well, Gateshead are just going to have to hurl everything at it now. There's 25 minutes to go. They're 1-0 down. And they are, although they've been the better side in this second half,
As the minutes tick on,
they haven't
increasingly they will have
really put loads. They haven't put loads of pressure on. But now here they come. Oh, Campbell tried to latch onto that. Ugh.
taking a few more risks now, Gateshead. Is it too late?
Let's ask some more questions now on of Halifax's defence, where they weren't doing that in the first half. Just
I'd love to see the score of extra time and penalties. It'd be very interesting indeed.
still kept the flat back five, but this time Hunter's just gone in there.
But don't forget, Gateshead conceded the last-minute equaliser,
Going to midfield and then
which took them to penalties in their game. Halifax scored a last-minute equaliser to take them their game to penalties against Altrincham. So it's two teams that can score and can concede late goals.
Story.
Gateshead have scored late goals in the past as well.
Pass intercepted. Just setting little traps.
They were 3-0 up, by the way, I think, against Bromley.
Stumbling right into
And then they
Fellows cross.
cocked it up totally.
Neither side has been brilliant going forward today, has to be said.
Yeah, had opportunities and chances, but when you get into those areas, the quality then has
They've
to
been
start.
poor in the final third, both teams.
Too many missed crosses, too many misplaced passes. No real efficiency.
No real clear-cut opportunities, has there, really? So,
Sees his second goal.
I mean, really, this probably will end 1-0. Fairness.
Better decision making.
Sad, that's it. That's it. Normally, when it's a non-league final, you know, cup finals are normally a lot more entertaining and a lot better. But this has been surprisingly poor from two teams that can definitely score goals. Two teams that can score goals. You know, top scorers on the pitch. Adam Campbell's had barely a look in. He's had naff all the ball. Some good players in these teams. We've got Ali, who's also one of the top scorers for Halifax. Not really getting a sniff. You know, both defences are outdoing each other. But Halifax are obviously Halifax are really sitting back, sitting deep now. Gateshead are just their plan will be just literally put as much pressure on as you can. Halifax's tactics will be just sit back and defend it out now. You know, got the lead, just defend it.
Always pass intercepted. Summerfield now. Space for Golden.
But they always say Wembley is a place for winners. Halifax have been here and have done it in the FA Trophy in the past. So, can they do it for the second time in their club's history? That's a long ball. Again, another terrible long ball for Gateshead, which goes straight to the Halifax keeper. Just over 20 minutes to go in this final. And we are entering the good minute, ladies and gentlemen. We're entering the good minute in a moment. Final week of the Premier League, final weekend of the Bundesliga, next weekend as well. The final weekend of most leagues, of practically all the top leagues next weekend, and then obviously you got the player finals as well to look forward to next weekend as well. So it's going to be interesting. What about England, Scotland? That was at Wembley and there was no winner.
Certainly was a foul there, a little bit too quick there. Moments in the game so far.
No, what I mean by
Himself on it.
right, the difference with England and Scotland is England play all their home games at Wembley normally anyway. Wembley, when it comes to when I say Wembley is a place for winners, I mean it in cup terms. So it's a place for winners, not losers. I mean in the cup games. England Scotland was a group game, and I know there's no winner there, but England always play their home games anyway at Wembley. But in cup finals such as this, the FA Vars, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, player finals as well, them sort of games. That's where Wembley is. Wembley's always a place for winners in that context. I don't mean, obviously England-wise, England always play at Wembley and we normally win. So, the league goes into June, I think. Ah, right. Does it? Because obviously, we got the Champions League, we got the European finals, haven't we, as well? End of May, June as well. Oh! Wow. It's still in there. Ball in. Oh, still there. Blocked. Free kick given. Free kick came in for Halifax left hand side. It was swung into the box. It was an in swinger. First time volley is saved. First time volley, was it? Yeah. He didn't get much power on the volley though. Yeah, he doesn't get much power on that. I think it hits the top of his foot anyway, or hits his... Yeah, he gets his boot to it. Doesn't hit it with that much power. And it's practically straight to the keeper. Needed saving though. Think League and goes into June. He said big leagues. Oh, I don't know, mate.
To be withdrawn at this stage. The player to come on. Interesting change at this stage. With Halifax defending solitary goal lead, a defender off and a midfield player on.
Substitution for Halifax Town. Brought to you by Double Johnson. Gone off is number 18, Angelo Capello. And he's been replaced by number 10, Matthew Warburton. Substitution in the 72nd minute. Here they come again, Halifax. They're looking for a second goal just to completely end the game. Harker, another one of the top scorers for them this season. They also had a fairly decent game on that right hand side. Ah, no. Sebastian Haller has just scored. Well, we knew that was going to happen. 22 shots, 6 on target. And Augsburg have only had 2 shots. No, that was inevitable, that wasn't it? It was inevitable. It was inevitable as well. It'd be Sebastian Haller of all people as well to score. Oh well. That's Dortmund to go on top then. And I can't see them bottling the title. Just knew that was going to happen. Yeah, well, I knew they'd win it. I knew they'd win. I couldn't see Augsburg getting anything from that, especially when they were down to 10 men as well. So.
Better players now for Gateshead to start stepping up in these final 15 minutes of this second half. You look at the likes of Ollie, you look at the likes of Campbell.
Where's that from? It's that Wrexham fan at Chester. I don't know who it actually is, but it's some guy with some sort of fight. He looked like he had a Viking hat or something on. It's the Wrexham fan from when they were playing Chester. And everyone was shouting something. Someone's in the box. I don't know who the hell it was. But there you go.
Don't forget about the Champions League final. Is it finally going to be
Bootlegger. Oh, is that what his name is? Is that what his name? Good opportunity. Halifax with a low cross. Easy for the keeper. Oh, so that's what he's called, does he?
Over 15 minutes left in normal time now. Maybe about the sort of time where Gateshead starts to throw caution to the wind. Nothing else has worked. Ollie. The problem for them is they just don't have anything down on the bench other than very, very inexperienced youth team players. Will Harris is also down there. He himself is only 22 and has made only 8 starts in the National League this season. I'm sure that the youngsters will hope to get on and make a difference, but it'll be a very big ask.
15 to go. This is where Gateshead really, really have to throw everything at it now. They have to, but they don't look like scoring tonight. They really don't look like scoring. They haven't looked like scoring all game. They haven't tested the keeper. And they've been poor, really. Halifax have had 3 shots on target, maybe, I think, in total. 3 or 4 shots on target. Gateshead haven't even had a shot on target. They've not tested the keeper once. So, got to say, Gateshead fully deserve to lose this because they've been absolutely poor.
Breaking up this second half. Not allowed Gateshead to gain any real momentum, any real control. Certainly suited Chris Millington's side. I think they've been thoroughly professional so far in this game and really offered little opportunity for his team to show anything, and they've defended well and taken that one chance.
Yeah, it's been a really resolute performance so far from the Shaman.
Oh no. What? Oh no, because Halifax are losing.
Official attendance for today. It's just over 27,000. 27,374.
27,000. It doesn't look anywhere. It doesn't look anything like 27,000. Looks nothing like 27,000. That.
A long way to travel.
Sorry, Gateshead are losing. I beg your pardon. Doesn't look anything like 27,000. That does not look like 27,000 at all.
Long faces in the Gateshead end.
Sorry, I meant because Gateshead are losing, and he predicted Gateshead to win.
Jack Senior has got a dose of cramp, I think. Remember, he's only just come back after a hip injury. It's the end of the season. I'm told that he worked his socks off to be ready for today.
Well, we've had no subs made by Gateshead as of yet, but
To the limit.
there's a man down injured for Halifax, which could mean another sub,
These could be once in a
which could be their third, which could end up being another enforced substitution, and what would be their third substitution of the game. Second enforced.
to complete the 90 minutes as a Halifax lad. Back on his feet now.
But senior, so is he going to carry on? He is the skipper as well.
It's so hard today. So he's
Jack
got
Senior is the skipper for Halifax as well, so we'll see what happens here. So he's gonna walk off to the side of the field.
today, Jack Senior. His younger brother Sam's a rugby man
He'll take his time as well.
for Brooksbank School. 20
Where's Jack Junior?
Challenge Cup final.
Yeah,
He's never let big brother Jack forget it, so maybe he can draw level with his little brother today. Brother Sam is in the crowd, I'm told, along with 40.
he's probably got a. I just put it on that screen whilst that was happening. I don't know why it's been doing that. It's been doing that for the bloody. It did it twice yesterday, and then it's been doing it now today. I don't know what's going on because there's been nothing wrong with the Wi-Fi now. I sorted out the Wi-Fi, so unless it's just OBS, I don't know.
do with some support up front.
I mean, I did update OBS. I'm pretty sure I did update OBS, but to be honest, that time the update doesn't really do much. So, I don't know.
Just be very tame, very toothless in the final third. The
I'll put the Wi-Fi booster in there just in case. It might help, I don't know. That's that's a second day on the bounce that's done that. I don't know why. City pitch invading, winning the league yesterday. That'll be a few stadium bans for them. More plastic fans out the stadium. Ball in. This is a good opportunity. Cook, who already got the goal early on in the game. Richardson's gone down now for Gateshead. Looks like cramp. Yeah, looks like cramp.
Emergency stretching. Richardson is one who's
Looks like cramp.
real gym bunny.
The goalkeeper's helping him there. Prem security shoving all the players off immediately at the EFL. Let the fans and players celebrate together.
Probably a calf muscle complaining a little bit.
Oh yeah, of course they do. Yeah, that's always the case. Yeah, of course they do because the league and everything the league and the security are always more worried. They're more worried about the players' safety and everything than anything else. Still 1-0 Dortmund.
Change for Gateshead. Richardson unable to continue.
So he's unable to carry on.
Introducing Will Harris anyway. 22-year-old striker. Scored in the 5th round of this competition.
No one was hurt in any of the EFL ones. Nah, but it's just security these days, and Premier League security, you know. They're just doing their job at the end of the day, keeping them off it.
Coming on has really helped Halifax to see out the remainder of the game. It's so calm in possession in the middle of the park. It's good play, Lucy.
Who was that game on?
And on him, switches play really, really well. He's come on and really controlled that midfield and kept Halifax in control of the game.
Substitution made in the 83rd minute for Gateshead. Got off is number 5, Kenton Richardson. And he's been replaced by number 19, Will Harris. Substitutions brought to you by Darryl Johnson. Halifax Town coming forward here. They're looking for a second goal to finish it. The win there. Shot at the angles, hit the post. Offside flag goes up anyway.
They've got to try and take one of these chances. Just not allow Gateshead any opportunity to stay in the game.
Yeah.
They are open at the back now. There is opportunities for them to play on the counter.
Yeah.
Further changes.
It's a bit daft.
Martin withdrawn. Young Ollie Thompson coming on. What is his 4th senior appearance?
Another substitution brought to you by Darryl Johnson for Gateshead. Gone off number 15, Aaron Martin. He's been replaced by number 39, Ollie Thompson.
Started the semi-final under the same circumstances. He's given a few minutes here to.
By Darryl Johnson for Gateshead. Gone off number 15. Well, yeah, you can, but you end up getting stadium bans. So there you go.
Exciting changes to look forward to this summer. BT Sport will become TNT Sports on 18.
We know it's turning TNT in July. So it'll be TNT Sports for next season.
The Premier League, the UEFA Champions League. It's a new name for the same game. Council here are desperately trying to change the story.
Today's match attendance 27,271. not voguing the players when they jump on the barriers. Oh, no, that's fine.
Seniors clearance.
No, I don't see the issue in that, but is if players are going onto the pitch and doing it. If the fans are going onto the pitch and doing it, a stadium bans them.
Plays a crucial pass. It falls
There's a shot. Good save. No one there for the follow-up. Gateshead got close there. That's the first real save that Sam Johnson's had to do for Halifax. It was a good shot in the end. Looks like it was Ollie Thompson. Was it Ollie Thompson? No, it wasn't. I beg your pardon. It was Adam Campbell, top scorer. He's known for would be, wouldn't him? Ball in. The time has disappeared for some reason on the game. I've got the time on here. We're in the 86th minute nearly. And in the end, the ball's it's wasted. Really ends up in the ball in the glove. Sorry, of the goalkeeper. Sam Johnson. Remember when Borough got promoted? Danny Ayala looked like he was enjoying himself for all the fans. Yeah, but they've got tighter now, haven't they, with the pitch invasions? The pitch invasions aren't really allowed now. The FA clamping down on them now. In all the leagues, so that they're clamping down now, and anyone gets caught pitch invading, then they're now just getting stadium bans. They're fans be fans. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you can't. You got to follow the rules at the same time. If you're not allowed to go on the pitch, you don't go on the pitch. Simple as that. There's a lot of people who just don't follow the rules. English FA is won by snowflakes who hit any form of support or culture.
Certainly be disappointed to lose on their second visit to Wembley, but campaign in many respects has been a success. Today,
have Augsburg had any opportunities whatsoever? One shot in the second half. There's been barely any shots since the actual goal for Dortmund. They'll be just trying to defend it out. Well, whilst BG Sports has got no timer, I have a timer. We have just over 2 minutes to go till added time. This could be an opportunity. Gateshead. And it's good defending by Golden. It's into the gloves and the end of the keeper. Look at all the pyro displays you're getting new up here. You get told off for bringing bottle caps in. It's just the rules.
It's a real good player, Golden.
Certain countries and stuff allow them. Certain countries allow them, but in the UK, no. You get knackered for it.
American fullback.
Some rainbow.
Just looking for the slightest gap in the Halifax Town ranks. Problem for Gateshead.
Got to be end to end.
There just hasn't been any.
The final minute. Oh, this is an opportunity. That's a pen. That's a pen. Oh, he's given a dive. He's given a yellow card for a dive.
Big decision by Darren England.
Well, I thought that was going to be a Gateshead penalty, and he's given a dive, so no penalty given. And a yellow card for Harris. Oh, yeah, it's a dive.
Really good referee.
Oh, yeah.
Into this late stage of the game.
Let's have a look.
So much on it.
No, there's no touch. Yeah, there's no contact at all. It is a dive. It's a blatant dive.
Played referee.
Yeah, blatant dive. Correct decision by the referee.
So you don't always need VAR to
Yeah.
get it right.
That's a blatant dive.
Times calling for desperate measures. Can't condone Will Harris.
What a 3 minutes, I think that is, of added time indicated.
In Wembley. 7 minutes added.
Huh?
There will be 7 minutes.
7? Oh, I thought you said 3. I didn't see it. Couldn't hear exactly what he said. 7 minutes added time. I thought 3 was a bit. I thought that was 2.
Change at at this late stage.
I thought 3 was too little because there's been injuries galore. So 7 minutes of added time brought to you by Darryl Johnson.
Ollie Thompson
7 minutes for Gateshead to get themselves a leveller.
saves the day.
And they could do here.
Ollie driving at the Halifax.
Ollie Thompson.
Thompson to Story.
Campbell, the top scorer to the right hand side.
To Bailey. So many white shirts forward here.
Ball in. Cack.
Summerfield gets it away.
Another chance.
As far as
Locked.
Campbell, super block.
Substitution being made by Gateshead. Brought to you by Darryl Johnson. Gone off.
Just no way through.
Sorry, not for Gateshead. I beg your pardon. I'll try that again.
Determined.
It was Halifax, wasn't it? It was a Halifax sub, I beg your pardon. Gone off for Halifax was number 19, goal scorer Jamie Cook, and he was replaced by number 38, Max White.
Deep into stoppage time here.
Apologies.
Magnay out to Bailey. Tinkler. Now Ollie. There's no way through for Ward. And Halifax can let it drift off. And that brief respite on the Halifax Town defence gives me an opportunity to ask you, Edinburgh, who your player of the match is.
We've played 2 minutes of added time, ladies and gentlemen. Still another 5-2 goal.
See Halifax to win this competition.
And it's
Just works so well in that final third. He's constantly closing down.
Jamie Cook who's been given the BT Sports Player of the Match. Jamie Cook's been given man of the match today.
Surface today.
And really, he's been the difference. He's the guy who got the goal.
The trophy has also earned himself a
Good pressing again. Good pressing and got himself a goal. But such a poor goal, really, to concede for Gateshead. And that's the goal that's going to, at the minute, cost Gateshead the title.
Halifax Town still hanging on to this slender lead.
Still 1-0 Halifax as we are in stoppage time. Now, if you're watching on BT Sports, you won't be able to see the time because the time is knackered on BT Sports. So it's just got latest now. And it's 1-0. It's not saying what the time is on that. We've got the time up on here. 3.5 minutes nearly into added time. We're halfway through stoppage time almost. That was a waste. That was a misplaced pass in the end. And that will be another 4.
Players out there.
So 4 now for Halifax. Everyone's looking knackered now, but Gateshead really just have to hurl everything at it.
Running a little short on fuel.
Once this game's done, I'll quickly turn on to the tournament game.
Another 3 minutes left for Gateshead.
Gateshead have to hurl everything at it. It's now or never really for them.
Not enough chances.
What's that?
Close pass this time from Will Howard.
That's a poor pass. Some of their through balls, by the way, have been absolutely dreadful.
I think the look of the fans says it all, really.
They've travelled in huge numbers. The Gateshead fans hoping that their team would show the same.
Long journey for them as well.
And they have just to get this
Long journey for the Tynesiders.
It's perhaps been one game too many for them.
And really, it's been a bit of a waste of time for them because
Desperately short on
Gateshead players just haven't been good enough.
players playing out of position.
They've been a better side second half, but they just haven't been good enough in this match today. Halifax with a 4.
Still made a game of it. Ultimately, will be Halifax Town's day unless Williamson's men produce something very dramatic in the next couple of minutes.
So it's been a-
We had last minute goals in the semi-finals of this tournament.
They knew there were going to be a lot of time without the ball in this game. Disciplines, concentrations being
Shield's first pre-season game is against Sunderland.
from the front.
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Big game that against Sunderland. I know Mask played Hartlepool pre-season this season. I was chuffed by the fact that we played against them.
Harris jumped for it. Summerfield gets in there just
I was quite pleased with the fact that we managed to get Hartlepool in pre-season, yeah. Wasn't a bad game. I know Hartlepool won 3-0, but it wasn't a bad game. I was gutted. I ended up being. I came down, I think, with COVID on the day of that game, so I wasn't able to go to it. I was absolutely gutted because I wanted to go and watch that game. I was like, that's the one non-league game. That's the one pre-season game I definitely want to go and see. I couldn't go to it. I was gut-wrenched. I know it was only a pre-season game, but it's the only time Musk will probably ever play Hartlepool United. We're in the final minute. Final minute. Oh, Halifax fans can now start believing. I had chicken and mash for dinner today.
Senior playing a captain's role and just motivating his players for the final push here. The fans also doing their bit.
Halifax Town will just try and run the clock down now.
To complete the job here.
They're going to win it for the second time in their history as it stands.
Referee Darren England has consulted his watch.
Oh yeah, Halifax is West Yorkshire, isn't it? Not been an amazing final. But it's enough for Halifax Town. They are the 2023 FA Trophy champions. Congratulations to the Shamen. They've won it for the second time in their history. And in fairness, they've deserved it. They did well defensively all game. Cancelled out Gateshead's chances. And it's Jamie Cook who's celebrating. He's the match winner, albeit by a terrible goal. He's the match winner. Hard luck to Gateshead, by the way. But it's been a great season for them. Been a very good season for them. They've got themselves to a cup final, just unfortunately for them, one game too many. Halifax are your 2023 FA Trophy winners, and for the second time in their history. Let's turn on to Dortmund, and hopefully they don't win. But they probably will. And, yeah, fair play. It wasn't a particularly amazing final, I've got to say. But Halifax, it's Halifax's day in the end. It's finished 1-0 to them. So, fair play to them. They probably deserved it more. No, that's going to be 2-0. That's Dortmund winning the title. It doesn't surprise me. Does not surprise me. Anyways. So congratulations to, of course, Halifax, who are now the champions of the 2023 FA Trophy. Man City did win by goal to 0 against Chelsea as well. That Julian Alvarez goal has given them the 3 points on trophy day as well. They'll have probably already lifted the trophy by now. But the FA Trophy this season belongs, again for the second time, it belongs to Halifax Town. No one got the predictions right, I don't think. So, well done to no one. And that's about it, really. Not much more to really say. It wasn't a particularly amazing match, but I say we've got some more games coming up. Sebastian Haller again. We've got some more games coming up next week. I'll give you one through of the games for the next 8 days, actually, because also we've got player fans as well. Coming up next couple of days, we have got nothing now until Thursday when Man United play against Chelsea in the Premier League. And then now Saturday is the playoff final between Coventry and Luton. I will be live for that. I think they're still yet to confirm which game in the Bundesliga is going to be televised on Saturday. I reckon it'll be Dortmund Mind. Final date yet to be announced. See if I can, because if Bayern the one, then I can do that before the playoff final. Just do it as a one full stream. The Championship playoff final won't start until 4:45, and the Bundesliga will be done before 4:30, quite simply. So we've got the Championship playoff final on Saturday afternoon, and possibly the Bundesliga, possibly if Bayern the one, possibly Bayern, but I doubt it. And then Sunday is, well, the final day of the Premier League. Have they confirmed who's going to be on? Now, they haven't confirmed who's going to be on Sky Sports for the Premier League next Sunday, so we will be doing, and all the games kick off at half anyway, we'll be doing the Carlisle versus Stockport playoff final for League 2. That kicks off at 1:30 at Wembley. And then Monday afternoon, Bank Holiday Monday, is the EFL League 1 playoff final between Barnsley and Sheffield Wednesday. So quite a lot to look forward to next weekend. Nothing now for the moment until Thursday, because I don't think there's no games or anything that I'm particularly fussed about. No, there's nothing really, is there? Man City, nah. So next stream will be Thursday evening, Man United taking on Chelsea. Then we'll be live on Saturday for potentially, we'll be live on Saturday for the playoff final for the Championship, and possibly, depending on who's televised for the Bundesliga, we might have the Bundesliga as well, but I doubt it, because I reckon it'll be Dortmund doing it, and I can't be asked watching them. So we'll be doing the playoff final for Coventry versus Luton for the Championship. Sunday will be the League 2 playoff final, and then I say possibly Premier League if it's United, or we don't know what's happening regarding Premier League on Sunday. So we'll see what happens. But these are the games they're definitely doing the playoff finals. And then obviously League 1 playoff final, Barnsley, Sheffield Wednesday. That is on Bank Holiday Monday. I'll see you all again on Thursday. Thank you very much everyone for tuning in. Congratulations again to Halifax Town, who are the champions. I've been Donald Johnson. I'll see you all again on Thursday evening. Bye!